and welcome to Fantasy Baseball Picks and Bets here on the Mayo Media Network. We are presented by PrizePicks.com. Go over to PrizePicks.com, check out PrizePicks.com, use the code MMNMLB when you sign up, as in Mayo Media Network MLB. That is a site where you go and you bet on the overs and unders of players' fantasy points. You can parlay them together. I like it a lot. We've been doing very well at prizepicks.com, so go check it out for yourself. Use the code MMNMLB. Also, be sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and hopefully we can help you make a little money over the weekend. I'm going to be talking to you about MLB, and wow, it's been a crazy weekend in MLB. The trade deadline was absolutely nuts. The Dodgers robbed the Padres. They pulled over, of course, Max Scherzer, hello, and Trey Turner. Trey Turner is a great fit for the Dodgers. I can't believe that they pulled both of those guys over, so they're going to be World Series favorites, of course. Are they going to win it? I don't know. Who are they going to play? I don't know. Houston's going to be up there. I think Oakland is a sneaky team. Oakland pulled over some nice bats over the trade deadline. We also saw the Blue Jays pull over Jose Barrios, and we saw the Atlanta Braves as buyers pulling over a lot of nice hitters. Of course, they have decent pitching, but the decent pitching is hurt right now. So when the pitchers get better, as in Soroka and Noah, then maybe we see them make a run. But those guys, I don't know. We'll have to see as far as that goes. Those were the big buyers and sellers. Well, the big seller was Washington, of course, of the trade deadline. Anyways, you probably already knew that. Let's talk about DraftKings on Saturday. Let's talk about what we're going to do and how we're going to make some money. So if I'm pulling up the price list for DraftKings, up top you have Yu Darvish going against Colorado. That's going to be hard to argue. Colorado, much worse against righties. They're in the Pitcher's Park in San Diego. Don't mind that at all. It's not going to be the guy I talk about today, though. Brandon Woodruff at ATL. It's been super hot in Atlanta. 103 yesterday, I believe. Rained a little bit. Things got weird with the Brewers and the Braves. The Brewers, I think now, over the last 4 days, would be the highest scoring team in baseball on average. They've been raking the past 4 games. So a little bit scary if you're an Atlanta fan and you're Kyle Muller, who's going to be starting for them. But Woodruff, I don't know. He's okay. I want to see what the weather's going to be like. I'm going to talk about Aaron Nola going up against Pittsburgh. Admittedly, Pittsburgh doesn't strike out a ton. They started hitting, not started hitting, but they were hitting yesterday, but they had a much better matchup, obviously, than Aaron Nola. I think Aaron Nola is going to be my go-to arm at 9,700 on DraftKings. This season, 115.1 innings pitched, 29% K percentage, ERA at 4.37, higher than we like to see. He didn't start fantastic, but he's really rounded into form. How about that? His walk percentage is very low and very good at 5%. Ground ball stuff's around 40%. I would like it to be around 50, but it's only around 40, so we're going to have to deal with that. The home run per 9 is at 1.40. His home run to fly ball ratio is only 14.6%. That's doable. BABIP at 316. XFIP at 341. K per 9 is really where I want to focus here. A little bit down from last year. He was getting 12.11 Ks per 9, but this year it's still very high at 10.92 Ks per 9. The Pirates, they strike out somewhere around 8 times per game, but they really haven't faced a absolute gauntlet of elite pitchers this year at any point. I think Nola can get them for 8 strikeouts tomorrow, 7, 8, maybe 9. Could get to 10. They don't strike out a ton. It could happen. He's averaging over 10, so perhaps it could happen. And as the third highest priced pitcher, I do like that going up against the Pittsburgh Pirates in Pittsburgh. I think he gets the win. I think he gets the quality start. I like the way that the Philadelphia bats line up against JT Brubaker. We're going to talk about that in a second. And I think he's going to be best value, probably best value. He's third highest priced pitcher, but I think he's going to be on the winning team. How about that? Definitely not going to be touching Kyle Muller right underneath him. So Aaron Nola, that's going to be my SP1 on DraftKings. I pulled up the Pittsburgh bats. Don't really like what I see with them. Look, the top 4 guys, they can hit sometimes. They can hit not all the time. We have to see how they roll that lineup out, but overall, it's not going to be something you worry about. I think they put up 7 runs on Thursday night. As of now, I'm recording this on Thursday, but much better pitching matchup for them. So let's roll out Aaron Nola and see what happens. I think you're going to be happy with what you get. I'm also looking at Kyle Hendricks too, a little bit cheaper than him. He might be my SB2, but come over to FTN Daily, that's where I'm from, and check out my SB2 and my other options as far as stacks go and pitchers go tomorrow. We have a ton of guys breaking down every slate, so if you're not a member over at ftndaily.com, make sure to do that, or give me a follow over at Tenacious D Jones on Twitter. Cool? Cool. Let's talk about stacks. Who are we going to stack up? I love Philadelphia in this matchup. I love the pitching and I love the hitting for them. I think that they really work the hell out of the Pirates. So the Phillies are going up against JT Brubaker. JT Brubaker has not been very good at all recently and really on the season. So JT Brubaker, if anyone cares, you're not going to pitch him. He's 7,700 over on DraftKings, but he's got a 4.67 ERA. His last game, he allowed 2 home runs. The game before that, 1. The game before that, 2. Before that, 3. Before that, 2. He's allowing multiple home runs in every game of his last 5 starts except for 1 against the New York Mets. He's played the Mets twice. He's played Milwaukee, St. Louis, and San Francisco. Not exactly the top of the league. JT Brubaker is going to get worked by the Philadelphia Phillies tomorrow. And it's going to start with Rhys Hoskins, who I expect to be back. He didn't play Friday night. He probably just a rest day, but 234 at bats, 14 homers, 240 ISO, 330 WOBA against righties, which JT Brubaker is. He's going to come back re-energized, hopefully, with that off day, and hit one over the fence for us. I also like Bryce Harper, obviously, at 14 homers for him as well in his last 183 at-bats. That's better than Hoskins, hitting 310 ISO, 410 WOBA. All of those stats are better than Hoskins. He really stands out, obviously, but why wouldn't he? Everyone knows Bryce Harper can be the man, and on the Phillies, he's the best bat right now. Brad Miller has been getting starts recently, the past 2 games. We remember Brad Miller from 3 weeks ago when he hit 3 homers, but he doesn't start every game. He started Friday night. I don't know if that was because Hoskins was out. He was up in the two hole. He might be towards the back of the lineup, but his numbers all check out. 6 homers, last 116 at bats, 210 ISO, 360 WOBA. I like over 300 over in the WOBA category. Didi Gregorius, 7 homers, last 142 at-bats against righties, 200 ISO, 290 WOBA. Other guys you're going to be looking at, JT Realmuto, 7 homers, last 183 at-bats, batting 340. And Andrew McCutchen, 8 homers in his last 190 at-bats, batting 300. It really lines up nice for the Phillies, the 1 through 5, maybe the 1 through 5 and 7. It depends on where Brad Miller's going to be, but I like the Phillies for sure. Even Gene Segura, we're going to have to see where he bats, probably leadoff. I think that's fine too if you get there. Might be priced a little higher than I like, but still, I think the Phillies just work JT Brubaker. They're going to be my top stack, and I looked at all the teams playing on Saturday night and didn't see a stack I liked as much as that. I saw little chunks, little mini stacks that I like, but not full stacks like the Phillies. So, we're all in on Phillies. We love Nola. We love the Phillies bats. We're going to hammer everything Phillies we can find on Saturday night, just like we did with the Toronto Blue Jays on Friday night. Told you to do that. Easiest call all year, perhaps. So let's talk about one-off bats that we like too. You're going to have to fill in around the Phillies. Try and make a little mini stack around the Phillies is probably the best way to go. But if you need some one-off bats, here are some guys. Obviously, Joey Votto. Joey Votto has broke the record for consecutive home runs in games for the Reds. And he also broke the record for, straight hits with home runs for the Reds. He has, his last 8 hits or something are home run. It's insane. Go look at Joey Votto's game log. He hits homers. He's going up against Rich Hill, who's a lefty, and he's much better righty hitter than a lefty hitter, but he can still hit lefties okay. Look, 76 at-bats against lefties. So his last 76 at-bats, he's got 2 homers, hitting 290, but he's hitting a home run every game. I mean, Joey Votto. Play Joey Votto. Do that. Kyle Farmer going up against Rich Hill, I like a lot too. Rich Hill is a lefty. Kyle Farmer has been super hot the past week or two. His last 52 at bats against lefties, 4 homers, hitting .380, big number, 250 ISO. Kyle Farmer. People always sleep on Kyle Farmer. Maybe it's because he's got a goofy name. I don't know. But Kyle Farmer is someone I will be rostering Saturday night. Gavin Sheets going up against Triston McKenzie. Triston McKenzie, the wheels can absolutely fall off this dude at any point. Strikeout stuff looks good at times, but then the control is just all over the board. I don't know if Hernandez is going to be the official tomorrow. He might get a couple extra strikeouts, but Gavin Sheets lines up very nice against McKenzie. He batted second on Friday night. He probably will be there again on Saturday. Check it out. His price was low on Friday night, might be low on Saturday night. Batting .410 his last 56 at bats against righties, .390 ISO, 6 homers. Gavin Sheets, lock him in. Max Kepler, kind of on a whim against Jake Woodford of the Cardinals. I like what he's doing. Batting lead most of the time, batting .340, 12 homers, last 166 at bats against righties. Dylan Carlson against Bailey Ober. Bailey Ober, 5.19 ERA. He's given up 4 homers in his last 3 games. Not good. I'm looking for homers. Carlson's been pretty hot lately, batting lead. He hits righties very well. He plays for the Cardinals. I like him. And he's been cheap. He was cheap on Friday night, so expect him to be cheap on Saturday. Lastly, Eduardo Escobar going up against Kyle Muller of my Atlanta Braves. I expect it to be hot as hell in Atlanta, like it was, I think, 103 on Friday night before the storms hit. Cooled it down a little bit. Great hitting weather in Atlanta. Super, super hot and pretty much a hitter's ballpark. People sleep on Atlanta as a hitter's ballpark. It is. Escobar hits lefties very well. His last 87 at bats, 7 homers. Awesome. 370 WOBA. So that's it. That's the one-off batters. Lock them in. Lock them in with that Philly stack and hopefully make some money. Lastly, let's talk about our bets for Friday night. We did good on Thursday night. I have talked about the Phillies in the entire show, essentially. We're going to take the Phillies, and we're going to take the spread, minus 1.5 at plus 110 versus the Pirates. Lock it in when you watch the show, because it will change by the time the game starts. Phillies, minus 1.5, plus 110 versus the Pirates. They are going to win. Next, I'm going to take the Reds, also at plus money, plus 100, going up against the Mets. We've got Miley versus Rich Hill, and right now the Reds bats are hotter than the Mets bats, and honestly, I like Miley better than I like Rich Hill. So, like the bats better, like the pitcher better. Let's go the Reds, plus money. You hit one of those two, you make money on Saturday night. So, appreciate you watching. Hopefully this helps you. We've been doing pretty well. Hopefully we can stay on it. All I know on Saturday is you need to bet the Phillies. Do something with the Phillies. Get the pitcher. Get the stack. Doesn't matter. Bet them. Everything's going to be on the Phillies Saturday night. Good luck, everyone. Don't forget, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Come check me out over at FTN Daily and FTNBets.com, and we will see you next time. Thank you. Goodbye.